Welcome back and happy Thanksgiving, everyone, from the Sports Minorities Podcast. Your home for not-so-expert analysis, plenty of shit talking, and a long nap after we all eat turkey. I'm your host, JC, your resident Titans fan. Joining me this week are...
Chicken Wing, resident Niners fan. Fuck DJ. Cowboys are trash.
Wow.
I'm gonna submit to Roger Goodell that if he can just schedule the Washington, whoever they are this week, against the Giants 16 times a year, that would be great.
Yes. And that's Nori, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Nori. Yeah, I forgot my name.
Good evening, DJ here, Cowboys fan. I'd like to send a special thanks out to Jerry Jones for finally putting his ego aside and putting Jimmy Johnson where he finally fucking belongs, in the Ring of Honor.
There's still time for him to screw that up, but we'll get into it.
Relax, JC, relax.
This is Phil. I'm not going to introduce myself as the +4 leader in the Pick'em League this week.
God damn it.
So JC could do it.
Yeah.
And very happy Jaguar fan. All yours, JC. Take it away.
All right.
Yeah, JC.
Yeah, great. Fine. Whatever. Here we go. Sure. Yes. This is, this is the first time you guys are experiencing this when Phil's Jags actually do get a win over the Titans. This is Phil. This is him. Haven't seen him this happy since, last year. But also prior to that when Gardner Minshew went crazy that one Thursday night. So, yeah. Anyway.
Every once in a while, the Jaguars make me happy.
Yeah. So
far this season, I got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll recap Week 11, talk a bit of news, and the ESPN playoff machine is out. We've got it filled out. We'll make our earliest playoff projections, who we think the playoffs are going to be set at when the season's all said and done. And then, of course, make our predictions for Week 12. Putting this out there a day early because, of course, it is Thanksgiving week. And while everyone's out crazy shopping at H-E-B and Costco because it's freaking insane out there right now. Maybe you guys, when you're waiting in line to check out, give us a listen. So, how did we... Well, do you guys want to do... Well, there's a couple of news things we should talk about. Do you want to do that first or just recap Week 11?
Your call, buddy.
Huh?
Man, don't be switching it up on us, bruh. Recap that shit so Phil can get his I'm the best and yada, 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 whatever. Shut up.
All right. Since Mike's on, I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Well,
I'm coming back on
Week
screen.
11, Phil went 10-4.
Thank you, sir.
Rob and
Thank you.
DJ went 9-5. And me, keeping it 500, keeping it Dallas Cowboys 7-7. That is me, of course. Yeah. So,
I like that.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that.
So overall, Phil has 105 correct picks, is in first. Nori 101.
What?
Chicken Wing 97. Rob 94. DJ 93. And I'm holding steady at 87. Yeah, buddy.
Last place like the Titans.
Yeah.
You said holding steady?
Wow.
That's true. That's
Hey, guess what?
Hey.
You'll be first place in the draft picks, sir.
yeah.
That works
in our
out
division,
sometimes.
'cause we're not even that bad.
Hey, you're in the bottom 5. You're in the bottom 5, sir.
Gee, thanks. Yeah, that's great.
You're in the running. You're in the running. You're still in the running.
Yeah.
Well, look. At the end of the day, Carolina's going to have the worst record. They're going to give their first round pick to Chicago, so Chicago will have the first round pick, and not the
They'll
one
screw it
overall
up,
pick.
right? They'll still find a way to screw it up. They'll trade
Exactly.
away or something.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I care for? I just came in the league as soon as Jags did, so it was like 2 new teams, like almost a competition for that. But they're freaking idiots. They trade away Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Mid Christian McCaffrey caliber season, by the way, where he's like the top running back in the league or damn near it.
Yeah.
To a NFC competitor. And what do they get for Christian McCaffrey? Can you guys tell me today what they got for that? Trey?
Peanut.
2 flip-flops, a stapler, and a printer is what they got.
According to every news outlet, it was a C plus trade for the 49ers.
Really?
C plus.
What did the Niners give up?
Yeah.
Just like a couple of draft picks?
Back then it was.
What?
4th rounder and a 2nd rounder.
That's it?
Okay, so stapler and a printer.
So it's an A plus for the 49ers.
Yeah.
It's a fucking F minus for the Carolina Panthers. Like that was
but it was funny back then. It was just funny back then because all the sports outlets were insisting at the most it was a B minus that, the 49ers got fleeced and this and that, whatever. But and even the casuals,
it was. That's true.
Even the dumb casuals knew better. They're like, what?
Well, they're hedging their bets on a B minus, but like,
yeah, but
fucking seriously,
imagine if the Niners had won the Super Bowl last year, they would have been like, what B minus? So yeah,
they must have been watching something different. I don't know.
Yeah,
stupid all the way around.
All right, well, Phil,
let me
we'll
go find some more whiskey.
Oh, okay. Well, Phil's got to get another drink here. So
there you go. That's the Phil we know.
Hey, you know what? You know what's good? I'm on Bluetooth. So
nice. All right. Well, let's start with you on week 11 then, recapping it. Any picks you regret? Any surprises for the week? What you got there?
All right. Well, I got to sit down for this one. I can't get my whiskey yet. I got some thoughts on this week, actually.
Okay.
I got some thoughts.
Can't wait to hear them. Can't wait to hear them.
Yeah.
So the pick I regret more than anything in the world right now is Washington freaking Giants.
Right. That's right.
Nori said it.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you why for the worst reason. Here's the worst reason. Washington refuses not to be the worst team in that division. They absolutely refuse. Oh, hey, Amber Alert.
Yep.
But
no, don't worry about the Amber Alert. Don't let a kidnapped child detract you. But I was right last week.
Exactly, bro.
Well, this ain't a live podcast. This ain't a live.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Exactly.
Right, well, I can read it right now. I can read it right now if it was live, but it's not.
And that child would know that you should have trusted me when I told you that the Giants were going to beat the Washington Commanders.
Well, you know what? Washington.
I try to be a friend. But no.
As much as the Giants have tried as hard as they could be the worst team in that division, they fucking gave it the best they could possibly give to be the worst team in that division. And Washington says, nay, you're still gonna beat us because we are the Washington unnamed fucking team forever. And now you guys can't all we got going for us is we're the worst team. And you ain't taking that from us. That's why you guys won. And I should have seen it coming because Washington has been the worst team in that damn division since fucking like 1993.
Washington sucks.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah.
Ever since after RG3's rookie year, it's been shit. So yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact I told you, I used JC's horoscopes. I used all the 21-year-old TikTok girl in me and JC, and I said, dude, when was the last time Washington beat them?
Yeah.
And nobody had an answer. That's when you should have picked the Giants.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That one, I was like, good about Washington this year. I've watched a few of these games. And I was like, they actually look pretty good. But then they lose to the Giants. And I'm like, oh, they're not that good.
Yeah.
So,
but here's what's weird. The
know.
Giants played unbelievable. It's not that they just beat them by it was like some slapstick humor game. Like Giants played unbelievable. I can't remember in my lifetime the last time they got 6 takeaways. Can't remember.
Yeah, well, all that tells me is I was wrong about the damn Washington team, whatever they're called these days. The Commanders.
We still call them Commanders.
Yeah, the damn.
Whatever they are. It's just like I don't know. It's nope. I've said a couple times during this podcast. I thought they were gonna make the playoffs. And I don't anymore. Yeah, I thought they would. But
no way.
You thought that, but they don't think that. So
no, they don't.
Yeah, they don't. They never have. That's the point.
You should be the coach, man.
Any
He's got it, bro.
surprises for the week, Phil?
The same ones you guys all had, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we all lost about the same games.
Yeah.
The ones we all voted the same on, we just shit the bed on.
Actually, what's funny is that me and Phil have almost opposite picks, and then we were someone right on some and wrong on some. It was just super annoying because I'm watching it and then I'm laughing and I'm crying, and it was very emotional this week.
Yeah.
A lot of emotion in those weeks, huh?
We'll go to DJ next then. Talk about week 11. What you got? Phil, go get your whiskey. Go for it.
All right.
The surprise pick I have is the Broncos, and not just this pick because they beat the Vikings, but because they've won 4 straight games. I don't know what's going on in Broncos country. I guess they are riding for now. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but shit. And I mean that was actually a fun game to watch, quite frankly, which is another surprise because the Broncos game generally they're not fun to watch. The Broncos aren't fun to watch. Like other teams are fun, but not them. So that's pretty much it. Nothing else really crazy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We all picked Minnesota on that game, but I mean I had watched the Denver game the week before, and Russell Wilson's actually looking like Russell Wilson kind of again.
Yep,
he's picking it up.
All right.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what Sean Payton did, but that's what.
I'm sorry. I was playing my playoff machine, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, Mike, you son of a bitch.
Sorry. Just taking it from you.
No, your thoughts on week 11? Regrets, surprises.
Listen my biggest surprise was, honestly, the Raiders. I would have bet anything they would have beat Miami, and it was within 1 score, so I actually don't regret that pick. It was close. I was fully confident that the Browns were going to win. I'm glad they did. I'm glad they pulled it off. I am super surprised that the Chargers lost to Green Bay. That is actually my biggest surprise in the entire week, more than the Vikings. I just completely never saw that coming. That was kind of wild.
All right, Chickaway?
And regret picks.
Sorry.
Actually, for the first time this week, I don't have any regret picks.
Okay. Chickaway?
My regret pick was not believing in Nori's Giants. Even though he told me like 17 times, he's like, I don't know, you're stupid for not picking the Giants. And I was like, you're an idiot. Your team is trash. Outside of that, no, I don't have any regret picks. Surprise picks, I'm going to go with Nori, the Packers. Fucking...
Here's where
what?
the scrub you want to road because this is where you get a lot of
I don't get it.
not just people.
Hold on. I think someone's not muted.
It feels like
mute your mic, Nori.
Nori!
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Chickaway. Keep going.
No, I was just saying that the Packers is just like the fuck. Like, no, I don't have any surprises. My biggest surprise is a win for me because the sea chickens lost. Fuck them seabirds.
I mean that's okay. They'll beat y'all this week, so it's fine.
No, they won't. Fuck you. All right, hating ass.
All right.
Hope those Commanders fucking wipe the floor off your fucking bullshit ass team.
Mike, Sam Howell threw 6. They had 3 interceptions, 6 turnovers against the Giants. Are you kidding me? Are you?
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Come on, man. Like, go ahead. Finish your turn. I'm done talking shit.
You're right.
For the next 5 minutes.
You're right, though. You're right.
Guys! I can't wait to hear JC tell me how he regrets picking Titans against
No, I don't
Jags
regret
this
that
week.
because it's Jacksonville. I never regret picking Tennessee against Jacksonville.
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say there's a.
I do regret. My only regret.
You gotta throw shit against the wall.
My only regret is taking the Jets over the Bills. Maybe I gave a little bit of too much confidence in. Hold on a second. Too much confidence in what the fact that the Jets had beat them in Week 1. Much different. I mean, and they did it without Aaron Rodgers practically. I thought maybe they might repeat that, but hey, you know. Surprises, yeah. The Chargers losing to Green Bay. basically losing both back-to-back road games in the NFC North. Detroit, I can understand. Green Bay, not so much.
Exactly.
I don't regret taking.
You picked the Chargers in that game.
I picked the Chargers. Yeah,
Oh,
you're the only one that took Green Bay.
good call.
Don't surprise.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah, I know. Dick. Anyway,
That's why I'm in first place.
Wow.
I don't regret taking Cincinnati. If Joe Burrow doesn't get hurt, that's a different outcome, I think. And that
Probably.
honestly, that injury probably kills the Bengals season. They're just
That's
you know,
so.
yeah. So
All right, hold on. You can mute this out, and you can right now cut this. I think you ought to include a Bengals are out of the playoffs. Overreacting minority.
that's probably one that's going to be in there, Chicken Wing. We'll see. So
I don't know. Yeah, cut it out. Cut it out. I guess like if he is not, put it in there because that's a good
we'll
one.
leave it out there. We'll see. Nice little tease. But yeah, that's it. Casey, I mean, that game could have gone either way. I'm surprised Casey didn't put up a point in the second half. That drop when he's wide open late in the game, Jesus, that's going to be a heartbreaker.
The biggest problem with that game is that they got away from the run. They jammed the ball down their throat and controlled, and they kept Jalen Hurts off the field. And if you know your wide receivers can't catch, even if you're up by 10, it's like a fighting game tournament. If somebody hasn't given you a reason to stop doing what you're doing, you keep doing it.
For sure.
So I don't understand, like, Andy Reid's not really taking a lot of flack here, and he kind of should, because what I do think is interesting also is that the same people that can't catch for Mahomes are people saying begging him to get him some help.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones has half of those guys, and then people are like, oh no, this guy just sucks. But isn't a great quarterback supposed to elevate their receivers? That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that too.
So just saying.
Yeah, we'll see. Outside of the NFL, I'll say this was probably one of the greatest college game day weeks ever at James Madison. That crowd was on fire. If you haven't seen the clips of Pat McAfee's show out there, it was insane. And it was just amazing. But it was a weekend of devastating injuries because Florida State's starting quarterback, man, that was nasty.
Yeah, it was.
There was a nasty tackle, and it's been enough to, quite frankly, the committee has moved Florida State to 5, but they're still not out of the running, obviously. Latest CFP rankings, Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, Washington 4, Florida State 5, Oregon 6, Texas 7, Bama 8, Missouri 9, Louisville 10.
Welcome.
Yeah. Michigan and Ohio State are playing each other this week. Loser's probably going to drop out of the top 4. I think Oregon has a chance to upset Washington, and we'll see what happens from there. And who knows how Florida State's going to be without their starting quarterback.
So I don't talk college football much, but Florida State is my team.
Yeah. So what do you think about their chances now without their quarterback?
They don't have any.
I don't like. I mean, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll win 50% of the remaining games, which ain't many, and we'll get a bowl. That's where we're at.
You got Florida this week.
We're out of
the big battle.
We're out of the top.
Yeah,
we're out of the top 4. We're out of the top 4 for the season. There's no way we get the top 4.
There's still a chance if they win out. Michigan or Ohio State, they're going to
barring America. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Barring a miracle, there's a chance.
Yeah.
It's like unless a miracle happens, it's not gonna be.
Well, we'll see. Other bit of news before we get into the overreacted minorities part. Yes, Jimmy Johnson was announced by Jerry Jones that he will be inducted into the Cowboys Ring of Honor December 30th, 2023, not 1923 like he said.
Yeah, that shit was so funny. That shit was so funny. 1923, I was like, really?
The last home game of the year, and it's against the Detroit Lions, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be in a miserable mood after the game. That sucks. I hope they do it beforehand.
Now, yes, I have said on this podcast the Cowboys are cursed until Jimmy Johnson goes into the Ring of Honor. Now, there's still time. There's still time for Jerry Jones to screw that up. Let's just say that. We've got about 5 weeks. I I said that. I said Jimmy Johnson probably wouldn't go in until either he or Jerry Jones passes away. I'm not going to wish that on anybody, but you never know. But, who knows what happens? Jerry Jones is volatile. His mood changes week to week, right? So who knows?
Yes.
Who knows? Yeah. But we'll see if that curse is there. DJ, your thoughts?
Yes, sir.
Do you think Jerry Jones was listening to our show and that's why he decided to put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor?
Absolutely, I do. I think there were quite a few NFL executives who listen to our show and make decisions.
There are some
How long we've been saying
analysts who are saying the exact same shit that JC was.
Yes. Well, think about it.
I think we got Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
Exactly. Josh McDaniels is fired. Brandon Staley, right? We've been saying to get rid of him forever.
Urban Meyer fired. Yeah,
literally. Forever, we've been saying get rid of him. Matt Canada, get rid of this guy. He sucks. And what happens?
Just us. That was all of Steelers Nation. We just picked up.
That's correct. That's true. We can't take credit for all of that.
No,
but we can definitely take credit for some of it because we've known Matt Canada sucks for a very long time, and it's about time Pittsburgh said, you know what, this guy does suck. Get him out of here. But as far as Jimmy Johnson is concerned, I'm extremely happy. I'm hyped about it. I'm glad he's actually getting in. He's well overdue to be in the Ring of Honor. I mean, decades late. But you know what? Better late than never. I'm glad Jerry Jones finally saw the light. I don't know who finally got in his ear and said, you're being an idiot. I'm not sure. But the point is, he's going in December 30th. Couldn't be happier.
I believe Jerry Jones listened to our podcast. He discovered podcasts. We popped up, and that's what he heard. And there you go. So
I agree. I'm putting this out there to any of you sports networks. That if I continue to dominate this Pick'em League like I've been dominating this Pick'em League, and you can compare me against your own analysts.
Mute this guy's mic.
I think
Mute this guy's fucking
I think
mic.
you may want to hire me.
So
I think you may want to hire me because I'm pretty good at picking them. Just let the records show.
Yeah.
Picking games or picking whiskey?
Both.
Both.
So
Both.
So far.
Nice.
This is actually vodka. I'm all out of whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disappointed now.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do, buddy. I appreciate it. Whatever you got to do.
Liquor store tomorrow is what it is. So just
Yeah, well, it's holiday weekend. I'm packed
now,
for that.
Nori, are you worried now that the Cowboys will win a Super Bowl if Jimmy Johnson does get inducted to the Ring of Honor on December 30th?
Did you fire Mike McCarthy? No, right?
That's
still same roster, right?
That's step 2.
Is that what it is?
That is step 2.
If they can even get to the NFC Championship game, I'm probably worried. Okay. They can't even get to the concert. They can't even afford the tickets. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I'm good.
And surprisingly, the Giants fan is not the biggest Cowboys hater on this podcast. It is Chicken Wing. So, I pose the same question to you, Chicken Wing. Are you worried the Cowboys will win a Super Bowl?
Fucking Cowboys. I don't give a... No. Not happening. I'm getting 6 first. He can have 6, 7, 8. It's fine. Whatever. I'm getting 6 first. Fuck you, DJ. Fuck you, Jerry Jones. For that bullshit that you pulled in. Hey, I hope this shit's recorded and they see my fucking face. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dan Orlovsky, for believing that Josh Allen is an elite quarterback with your stupid ass logic.
This is
Fuck you for stepping out the fucking end of the end zone and having Jimmy Garoppolo following your fucking footsteps. Fuck you, Trent Dilfer, being the worst quarterback in this fucking Super Bowl era. No, fuck all of you.
Why are you?
We are
why are you disrespecting Trent Dilfer? That man wore gloves.
I don't give a shit about him. Fuck you,
Is
Will
that
Levis, for putting mayonnaise in your fucking coffee. That's not fucking creamer.
What did mayonnaise do to you?
Fuck you. Mayonnaise tastes like shit.
He's like, fuck the Amazon driver. Like, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Fuck the Amazon driver for fucking the other chick and not delivering my package when it was supposed to be here. You know what?
He did deliver the package.
People ordering Christmas shit already.
He did deliver the package.
Okay, now
what did Dilfer do? He was like quarterback in damn Tampa Bay.
Follow-up question, Chicken Wing. What was your wife's reaction to the news that Jimmy Johnson's going to the Ring of Honor?
I didn't care.
Yeah, keep that same energy, Mike. No, keep that same energy, you son of a bitch.
I'm keep that same energy. I'm looking at it right now. Hey, you know what?
Okay.
You for being a Cowboys fan. Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
I hate you over there.
Yeah. Did she actually hear you? Okay, she heard you.
She did.
Yeah, she heard you. All right. I heard her voice. I heard. I know she heard you. All right.
I'm just.
DJ, I gotta ask now. Of course, Tom Landry went in
Yes, sir.
with his hat in the Ring of Honor. What do they put for Jimmy Johnson? His hair, what the rings? What do
They
use
got
for
to
that?
do the. They got to do the hair and they got to do the rings, man. They have to do them both.
Or a
I
can of
almost want them to do
hairspray?
the
Which one is
headset.
it? So, you know.
I want them to do the headset.
Okay.
I want them to. I want them to have the head. I want them to do the headset for sure. I think they have to have that. The hair and the headset would make me happy if they do that.
So, other bit of news, and this is something that has come up, especially with the recent injury to with some injuries that have happened. The hip drop tackle, and this sparked yet another debate between Richard Sherman and Skip Bayless.
Which was lovely.
Apparently,
Oh my
is
God.
something that the NFL is looking at outlawing after this season. Much like the horse collar tackle, we'll call that the Terrell Owens rule, right? The trying to get a quarterback at the knees, that's the Tom Brady rule, right? So let's take away another way that a defense can tackle an opposing player. And honestly, what is it? This is how people are taught to tackle now. You took away some other ways. This is how you do. You wrap someone up, you try and make yourself heavy and try and bring them down. What is the issue here?
Well,
Yeah,
I
I've seen
think
at least-
what we're going to do is we're just going to have people run into the end zone. They're just like the scores are going to be 77-70 because we're not allowed to tackle any other way. So I think we're just going to have people go in the end zone, and at this point, it's just like incomplete passes are going to be what determine games, not tackles.
The NFL should just be a roast battle because now just go hurt them emotionally. You can't hurt them physically anymore.
Bingo.
I mean, they're bringing flag football into the Olympics, so they're just going to adopt those rules now?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well. Why not?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I have to ask Phil, because a hip drop tackle is partially the reason why his Seminoles are suffering right now. Your thoughts on it?
No, I've seen at least 3 tackles this season where a penalty was called that was like it was just a tackle.
Mhm.
I mean, just watching random games, like, and they're like they're usually like a sack of the quarterback type plays, and big important plays where like it makes a difference, and these were bad calls because I don't know if it's the rules or I don't understand why it's happening, but there've been at least a few of them I've seen this season. As far as the Seminoles go, it's the game, and that's what it is. I mean, Jordan Travis. I hope he has a great NFL career. It's a hard way to go out. It's a hard way to start an NFL career. So I mean, it's all I can hope for as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, and do you think the NFL is going to make a serious inroads into banning this type of tackling? Which, honestly, to me, I didn't know if it's just they're trying to bring a guy down, you know?
Yeah, it's
They-
not
they
intent. I
wrap
mean, it's
them.
what you're playing a contact sport.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what it is. It sometimes stuff bends the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the ankle goes the wrong way. Sometimes the knee goes the wrong way. I mean, sometimes the whole leg goes the wrong way. You're playing a contact sport. Sometimes your head gets bashed in. I mean, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you can correct it, or you can make it not a sport anymore. At least a sport that we know it is today.
Just take away the turf. That's how you fix a lot of the injuries.
Would the turf
it's
have
an
really
easy-
helped with that? I mean, yeah, I guess.
That's an easy one. That's an easy
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
That's one that's very easily identified. That's very easily changed. I mean, you can't change the way some guy's knee bends, but you can change the way that your grass is. That's one thing we're good at is controlling grass as humans.
That's it.
It's true, and it's something even I like this past weekend I had to
Like what
deal
you
with
did there,
as a youth softball coach. I had to make sure I told all the girls, "Hey, no cleats. We're playing on fields that are turf. No cleats. You got to have tennis shoes. You got to have turf shoes. You know, cleats is just dangerous. I worry about. I tell them and I explain to them why. Tell them why. If you're using cleats on turf, your foot gets caught the wrong way, you twist, you're messing your whole leg up. If you try and slide with cleats and your cleat gets caught in the turf, you're gonna mess your legs up. So, and it scares girls enough to wear tennis shoes and make sure not to forget it, and the parents the same thing too. But yeah, it's a reality of it. I mean, yes, the turf fields are nice when it's a rainy weekend like it was this past weekend. Cool, at this age, I get it. But when you get to professional athletes and they're playing at a high level, it's not the safest thing. Now, I know it's a cost thing. There's indoor stadiums. Maybe someone needs to develop some sort of a better shoe that can handle what this turf surface is, this field turf or whatever. But I don't know. It seems like a losing battle when it comes to trying to get grass in every stadium.
Yeah, it's a tough problem. It's a very tough problem.
So I don't know. Maybe it's up to Nike and Reebok and Adidas to develop some way to handle that. So I mean,
well, they certainly have the money for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, technology built the grass. It could build the shoe for it.
For sure. So I don't know. I think the whole quote hip drop tackle. I don't think it's done intentionally. I mean, well, obviously it's done intentionally. They're trying to bring the ball carrier down any way you possibly can. So.
Well, yeah. When you got some of these guys, 250, 265 running at full speed, and you have to try and tackle them from behind. So you can either not hip drop and be dragged for the next 15 yards until they score, or you can hip drop, and then you can tackle them. So I don't know. Part of your job as a defensive player is to tackle. So I guess probably want to go ahead and do that. Maybe. I don't know.
I was trippy at this point.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
If you don't want to get hip drop tackled, run faster. That's the way I see it. So it's part of the game.
Yeah. Or it's not the same game. I mean, you can water it down until it's nothing. Yeah. Hopefully they don't.
We'll see if the XFL even adopts anything, because I know the XFL is kind of pseudo serving as like a test, a rule test sort of league for the NFL on some sort of way.
XFL / USFL now.
Yes, that's right.
They merged.
They merged. So
they're combining forces. I mean, maybe there will be a minor league for the NFL. That's what they're trying to become.
They kind of have some deal worked out. I know they're testing different rules. Who knows if they adopt this and see how they enforce it. That's the hard part. So,
well, the XFL has a agreement with ESPN / Disney, or I guess Disney really, that all their games are broadcast. And now they just merged with this whole other league. They're combining them as the draft location outside of college for anybody who didn't quite get through, who can still show their skills. And it could get very big, and they're going to be every game will be nationally televised for at least the next 2 years. It's going to, every single game in the league on one of ESPN's networks. So it's a big way to boost your following after NFL's over. And for the football fans who like watching football, or even just like watching Sports Center highlights for that matter of who's coming up, it's going to be. I think they're forming the minor league of the NFL with this. I think,
and long overdue. I think the NFL's needed it. So some way for people to develop outside of, once they're through with college and that sort of way.
Yeah, you don't make a practice team or something like that. Whatever it is, you still have an option.
Yeah. All right, let's Chicken Wing. You got anything for us to overreact to this week?
I have plenty of things, gentlemen, but I do have a question. What's more likely to happen? Just one. Assuming that Belichick leaves, what's more likely to happen? He will coach the Commanders or he will coach the Chargers?
He'll retire. Bill's
not going to go to the team that's unloaded with talent.
I would say the
exactly.
Chargers.
If I have to pick, I'd say the Chargers.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to Washington.
Washington's a shit show right now. I mean, obviously, let's face it, Ron Rivera's getting fired after this year. That's
correct.
If he's not,
and the new owner in Washington needs to prove themselves competent first before you start attracting strong people, especially Belichick. He's going to protect his legacy. He has no chance in Washington. They can't pay him enough.
Yeah. If Belichick leaves, he's retiring. He's officially retiring. I mean, that's.
So you're saying he's done.
Yeah, I'm saying he's done. He's staying, or I think he's calling it a career. Why would you not? Why would you not
it's
if you're Bill Belichick?
and it's what he knows, and it's
because he's
he's not fucking poor. He's not fucking poor. He can live a pretty nice rest of his fucking life.
Look,
he's old as he's damn near fucking. He's old as fucking dirt. It's not
a money issue because 80% of them can retire right now and stop, and they have generational wealth. So it's not a money issue.
But he's an idiot if he doesn't retire because his legacy is he has this many Super Bowls in this many years, and every year he doesn't get a Super Bowl or is the worst team in the league, which is potential this year. It just drags his legacy down because Brady is not there. So the best he can do. So the best thing he could do.
Go ahead.
The best thing he could do is retire and go out on top because Brady's not there anymore.
Oh, let's face it. If he retires now, he's not exactly going out on top. So
I think the opposite because I think that he doesn't want to retire now because if he retires now, as the Patriots are the last 2 seasons, that's embarrassing. I think he goes to the Chargers and he tries to win a ring in his mind just to show he didn't need Brady. Because that's the narrative I don't
think he's that devious. He wants to. He has to feel
he quit being a coach for the Jets by leaving a sticky note on a treadmill.
Here's how I look at it.
Yeah, but he was already an NFL coach. He was already an NFL coach.
He got caught cheating twice.
That was funny.
That was funny.
I think you're thinking about him like he's like Mr. Morals here. He's not.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying he is. I'm saying he's like, I already fucking did everything I thought I wanted to do. I don't think he has anything else to prove. I don't think he wants to keep on going.
The big question
I think he's a competitive sack of shit.
The big question is on this is how much is left on his contract. Obviously, or he gets permission from Kraft to allow him to even look at another team, even if he retires. There's 2 possible locations I think he would go. One is the Chargers, and the other is Dallas. Because if Dallas has another first-round exit, I think they let go of Mike McCarthy. They'd be stupid not to, but it is Jerry Jones, right? The big question mark about Dallas.
Hold up.
The big question mark about Dallas is, does Belichick want to work for Jerry Jones? Are they
real quick? So,
no.
If Belichick coaches for any other team besides the Patriots, I'll kiss all y'all's asses. That's it. I'll root for all y'all's teams that week. I will do whatever y'all want. I'll take y'all out to lunch.
Whatever we want, you say. Okay.
Whatever. That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Here we go.
All together as a group now. We can go out to lunch or something. We got to figure this out. But
okay.
I don't think Belichick coaches anywhere else ever again. I think he rides out in the sunset.
I don't know. It's a sticky situation.
Well,
but
let me tell you something.
I think the Chargers and Cowboys would be situations where he would give it a shot. So, yeah.
If Bill Belichick does coach somewhere, you will be wearing a Texans bikini next season. So, just throwing this out there.
You did. You said whatever we wanted.
Oh,
hey, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, motherfucker.
No, if you give him a Texans bikini,
if only I could be so lucky.
He's going to do a calendar photo shoot and just specifically for you. That's what he's going to do. So,
I fully anticipate this, and I will be the first to buy it. All right. First to buy it. I'll be a fan.
All right.
Oh, Lord. All right, Chewing, give us a few. What you got?
To answer your question, his contract is this year and next year. That was his extension.
Okay. So if he lets him out last year, he might sit out the year if he has got can't go anywhere because he retired while he's under contract. So it just depends on what Kraft allows him to do. So
I think Kraft will let him go. Honestly, they're buddy. I think Kraft will let him go.
Okay.
All right. Well, speaking of the Chargers, Kellen Moore needs to be the head coach now, and Staley needs to be fired.
Oh, I definitely agree.
Yes, Staley needs to be fired for sure, and then just move Kellen Moore right up. Call it a day. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If you say Brandon Staley or, I'm just gonna pick the or. He's not the answer. He's clearly not the answer.
Josh McDaniels.
That's shit.
Oh, Brandon Staley.
You almost got me. You almost got me.
Brandon Staley.
You almost got me.
Brandon Staley is not a good head coach. but he's not trying to actually sabotage the AFC West. Like that motherfucker was a secret agent.
You almost got Nori there. He was real quick to answer that too. Just, ooh,
No.
fuck.
That
Damn
man
it.
is unqualified to be a head coach.
All right.
Absolutely not.
All right. So speaking of firing, by firing Matt Canada, the Steelers just saved their season.
Not an overreaction based on my playoff machine.
Not an overreaction.
Yep.
Yeah, not an overreaction.
So
Based on my playoff prediction, they were already going there. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. So they can only get better because I already picked them to go there.
I'm
Okay.
more confident picking the Steelers in some of these weeks now that Matt Canada's gone. That's just
Oh, me too.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I was
what
looking
I'm
at them. I was
looking
like,
at.
oh, GG.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think
Jeez.
Pickett's
Oh.
gonna break out. So
No, I've been stealing Steelers from you guys during these picks for the last couple weeks, just so you know.
yeah, I
Mm.
figured-
Every time you guys were going against them, I was like, wrong. They've been winning them. And I saw it coming. I don't know. Matt Canada, I don't know. I mean, the fact they're
How'd that,
winning and they fire their
how'd that
offensive
work out last week?
coordinator,
How'd that work out last week?
they didn't.
well, not
they
every
didn't win last
not
week.
every week. They're in the
How do you
they're in the
have a-
playoffs right now.
They are right now, but how do you have a 6-4 record and you're minus 29 points on point differential? Like
Because your defense is taking the ball away.
I know
Because of that TJ Watt guy. Because TJ Watt's kind of good.
Last
Yep.
week showed.
Oh, and Joey
why
Porter
they
Jr.
needed a change in offense, and that it's not going to
Yeah.
be sustainable.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's a very interesting situation up there in Pittsburgh right now.
Yep.
It's extremely interesting when you're in the playoffs technically, and you fire your offensive coordinator.
Yep.
It's interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting how it all plays out from here.
So speaking of
They
firing
looked-
offensive, go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
before you go, before they looked at it, at the end of the day, it's not something you can sustain because when you get into the playoffs, you're not going to be able to simply say, oh, well, offense can put up 10, 13 points, we'll be good to go. When you look at the rest of the teams you'd be playing in the playoffs, there's no way. Okay, we got to get rid of Matt Canada because he sucks. And our offense
No, I
is not generating
agree.
any points.
No,
It's ridiculous.
I agree. Hey, I agree. I'm not arguing with you. I just
Yeah.
think it's gonna be it's gonna be. There's somebody that has to fill that role. Who's it going to be, and what are they going to do?
True. I mean, at this point, we'll know. I mean, we learned
Yeah.
a lesson from the Bills, so we'll.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I showed this.
Pittsburgh was
guy-
on the Pittsburgh was. I was feeling good about Pittsburgh the last few weeks,
Mhm.
and now they have, but now they're firing him. And this, Pittsburgh, I told you guys they're on a run. I mean, the division now. Cincinnati is the worst team in the division.
I mean, at this point,
Which is wild.
Yeah, they're the worst team in the division immediately right now, in my opinion.
until
Yeah,
they prove
and-
otherwise.
I think everybody's going to disagree with that.
I mean, kind of like what Nori was mentioning, that for the Bengals to know that Burrow was hurt and they still played him, that's just wild to me. That's just wild.
yeah, we'll see how that investigation goes. Yeah.
Sure.
So-
So Phil, I showed this to the other guys, but I wanted to ask you, so right now the bottom 5 quarterbacks are Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett, and Kenny Pickett. Do you agree with that list, sir?
I don't see how you
Bottom
don't.
five quarterbacks.
Isn't Jordan Love?
No.
Well,
No,
I don't.
no,
because,
Zach Wilson
Is that-
still plays.
did Zach Wilson? Yeah, did Zach Wilson retire?
Zach,
No,
he
no, no.
sucks.
We're talking about active starting quarterbacts, gentlemen. That's why I gave it to
I
you.
disagree.
Jordan
I
Love's
disagree.
still
And
Wow.
I disagree. And I can name you at least 10 or maybe
I
even
think
15.
Kenny Pickett had the
I think
worst.
Kenny Pickett,
If your
though.
team just fired their offensive coordinator, your team just fired their offensive coordinator, that quarterback gets a pass because
That's
that
what I
means
said.
the offense was really fucked up.
When Pickett
Yeah,
has
I
audibled
don't
out
think
what
so.
Kennedy
I think
wanted,
that's fair.
yeah. So like I said, I think Pickett's going to get a chance to break out now that Kennedy.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fair assessment, to be honest. I don't think.
Yeah, just
I
let
don't
him
think-
And he literally is in the playoffs if the season ended today. Also,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a terrible quarterback by
I
any
don't think
stretch of the imagination.
he might not be a great one, but I'm saying we haven't seen him yet. Is my point. That's all.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Mr. Giants got more touchdowns than Kenny Pickett did,
Well,
and then that was in
well,
2 games.
The Italian Stallion.
Well,
That's because he's the Italian Stallion. That's why, dude.
well, by math, he's in the playoffs right now, even with his offensive coordinator.
Forgot to mention that about Giants fans right now. Everyone's doing the
Yes,
Italian hand
bro.
salute.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
Yeah. So
all of a sudden, everybody's Italian now. I hate it.
Oh my
hey, I'm just saying, if you start pulling some upsets, all y'all gonna be doing this. I don't know if you're wearing
You
Giants
ain't never heard of
blue.
Black Italians before?
No,
We everywhere,
JC,
bro. We
JC,
everywhere.
I've been doing this for 40 years.
I know you have.
It's normal to me.
Wouldn't
I
you
always
love
talk
to
with my
see all
hands.
of
I always do
Giants
that.
Nation doing that shit if the Giants are winning games and DeVito, doing this stuff. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry.
No, there's
You know the beauty of being a Giants fan is
What's that?
you always got the freaking Washington team, where they call themselves at the time, to assume the role of at least competing for you with the worst team. It's like, oh well, we may not be the worst, but we're competing with this guy for it at least.
I thought you were going to say it's from the position, and that would have worked out.
I mean, that too. I mean, they do kind of assume positions. I mean, that's also fact.
And I can't explain. I can't explain it because Daniel Jones owned them. Tyrod Taylor beat them. Now Tommy DeVito. I don't get it. I just don't get if it's the fucking colors. I don't know if they see blue and red and they get scared. I don't know what it is, but it's weird.
It might be the city because I think coming up, Washington's going to be playing the Jets in a couple weeks. So
they've lost all my respect at this point. They're.
Oh, now they have? Jeez. All right.
They have. Yeah, they've officially lost all my respect.
Until this new owner, they were the most incompetently ran organization.
Well, I thought they were a playoff team this year.
Which is just
I thought they were
wild.
Which is crazy.
Wild.
I withdraw that statement.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of offensive, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of offensive.
Yeah,
So since we're talking about the Giants, this week's Pats Giants game is more important than either of their Super Bowls.
God damn it!
No, you want to take this one?
You're just being funny, right? Because that was funny.
No,
Motherfucker, if we got shut out 0-90 yesterday, I would not trade any goat that we sacrificed to beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. That was glorious. I saw this shit live.
Here's the thing.
We were America's team.
Here's the thing. Unless one of y'all know how to time travel, I think it is more important because it's past. That's ancient history.
Nah, you guys need Giants fans ancient history. They love
No, look. At the end of the day, it's a Super Bowl championship. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, and this is the battle of two bad teams that should be. Maybe it'll get moved to primetime. Who knows? But it's not going to be a good game.
We played great. We played great, but I mean, it wasn't like, honestly, it was only an important win as far as like development and what the team can do. It didn't mean anything in the playoff standings for anybody. They didn't do anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were talking about losing, so who get the first pick next year.
No,
sorry.
I'm referring to a lot of implications. Zappy versus DeVito. Those are the starting quarterbacks.
Zappy's a little underrated. So
that's what I'm saying. Zappy versus DeVito. You got jobs on the line. Both teams, both coordinators. I think that's why I'm saying that. And I'm not saying it's the most important game. I'm sorry. What I'm saying is implications are concerned. This week's game is going to be more important.
Dayball's fine, so let's just put that where it is. They're not.
No, not head coach. I'm talking about coordinators. I'm talking about like other coaching jobs and stuff like that.
So you know what? That league, that game is literally what the XFL, USFL merger is going to replace. Is like that situation. Like it's just so terrible. We have nobody to draft from. We have a practice team, and like that's what's going to fix. That's what I like about the minor league of football. It's
what was interesting. I wanted to add in for Giants. Twitter has been arguing all week because I don't want to say half the fan base, but a lot of the fan base has been really pissed off that we won last week because they're like, oh, it's fucked up a draft position. Let me remind people that Zach Wilson was drafted number 2. Sam Darnold was drafted number 2. Ryan Leaf was drafted number 1. DeMarcus Russell drafted number 1. Josh Rosen drafted number 9. So Stan Bradford drafted number 1. So settle the fuck down that drafting top 3 automatically equals success, because it doesn't. All you do when you tank is establish a losing culture. I've joked in the show many times that, let's just tank. Because, like, obviously, I'm pissed off, right? No active fan wants to see their team lose. You want to establish a winning culture. If you knock yourself out of a high draft pick, so be it. But nobody's a guarantee. There's plenty of starting rookie quarterbacks this year that are doing great that were not drafted in the top 10.
Yeah, let's look at all the first-round quarterbacks that the Browns have drafted. How did those work out, right? So,
Where do we start?
yeah, exactly. So,
That was called for.
what? That's a good point. It doesn't matter where you're drafted. Look what okay, where was Brock Purdy drafted? Where was Brock
I'm
Purdy drafted?
I'm a Jags fan.
Yes.
We are the leaders of top drafted quarterbacks who don't work out.
No. Hold on.
Not as bad as Cleveland.
Not as bad as Cleveland. Don't even.
Nah.
Yeah.
We all saw that
okay.
Cleveland
I take it back. Yes, we're not as bad as Cleveland.
Okay.
You're right.
I was say,
But
no one's talking about Johnny football.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
if
we're
Urban Meyer was still there.
Hey,
That's a different story.
we're
but,
we're growing on them though. I mean, we had Blake Bortles. We had Gabbert.
Oh, that's right. You did buy a Blake Bortles jersey.
Yeah, I have a Gabbert jersey, I think too. Yeah, I've got a bunch of jerseys. I got like 6 jerseys.
And at least Blake Bortles was so good at one point that he fleeced them for a max contract.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him.
You can't be a bust. You can't be a bust if you got a max contract. You can't be a bust.
Well, he did all right with it, and he moved on. And
he fleeced him.
Yeah.
What was it? Blake
and
Bortles fleecing the Jags or Jimbo Fisher fleecing A&M?
Jimbo Fisher
fleecing A&M. Oh my
Jimbo
God.
No, because
$70+ $1 million to get fired. Yeah, Jimbo Fisher, free.
Yeah,
they handed him a trophy. Like just for like. I mean, that was
been a
beautiful
meme among Longhorn fans ever since he got fired. It's fucking great.
I mean, that's crazy to me.
What they gave.
Great.
That's wild.
I know.
Great. You just gotta love it, bro.
as a Florida State fan, by the way, where Jimbo came from.
Yeah.
Prior to
where he was winning, by the way. So
the only reason he got hired because he got a national championship with Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
30 for 30.
Where's Rob?
It's
eating them W's.
Jimbo was he found himself in a blessed situation that worked out for him.
For sure.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. I didn't quit.
You gonna eat a W?
I was definitely eating them W's.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next one, Joey. Let's move on.
That was the greatest hype video I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, sticking with the Northeast. Well, the first time, I'm sorry, not that one. So with the rest of the Bills schedule up in front of them, it is too tough for them, and they will miss the playoffs this year.
I will withhold my answer until we get to the playoff machine.
Okay.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Let's hold off on that until we see how our playoff machines work.
Hey, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
No.
All right. Well, no, Bills are out. All right, Bills are out.
So the next 6 games, for those of you at home, Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Chargers, Pats, and Dolphins.
Yeah, that's a little tough. So
that's an overreaction.
It is.
All right. Bet. I like that, gentlemen.
All right.
I like that confidence you have in Josh Allen. You know, top quarterback.
I'm confident that he'll throw the ball to the wrong team. That's what I'm confident in.
That's that too. The Jets regret acquiring Aaron Rodgers.
What?
Why would they?
No way.
You seen the way Zach Wilson played this year? No, they don't regret that.
No,
Zach Wilson. He didn't even play.
I gotta throw an easy one at y'all. Come on,
Okay,
this is the easy one every now and then.
That's over the
Yeah,
fence.
exactly.
450.
That's just lazy.
Wait, hold up.
That's just a
The
lazy
Jets?
question, is what that is.
Hold on. Hey, I'm confused. The Jets regret acquiring Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, is that an overreaction?
That is an overreaction.
It is.
Phil,
When's the last time? When is the last time Aaron Rodgers was good?
The year before that. The year before
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Phil, are you just saying fucking words right now?
Phil,
Yes.
You're just talking.
how many drink? What kind of vodka was that? Come on, dude.
How many winning seasons has Aaron Rodgers had in the last 3 years?
You asked if
Bro,
Green was good, not about winning seasons. Green Bay is incompetent.
Yeah.
What?
Green Bay is
Oh,
the
he was
one that
putting
was
up MVP.
fucking around. Yeah.
Come on,
All
homie.
right. I disagree. I think Aaron Rodgers is a risk as a quarterback anywhere he goes.
Of course it was a risk. Of course it was a risk.
Well,
They went to the worst
hurt.
field in the fucking NFL. Of course it was a risk, homie. But you can't.
Yeah, well,
If I'm a GM and I have a talented roster, and I look at Zach Wilson potentially fucking my mom, or I go get Aaron Rodgers, I go get Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Phil, come on, homie.
I mean, if those are your choices, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Based on those
Yeah,
choices.
those are literally. Hey, Nori, you saw me. Based on those two choices, you win.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean, you're a
His
GM.
mom, I don't blame him. So
You're a GM making millions of dollars. Now think about this though. Seriously, you're a GM making millions of dollars, and you have all of New York pressure, and you have a really talented roster that is like ready to go, and you're seeing Zach Wilson throw the football around. You're seeing the tape. You're seeing the preseason. You're seeing everything else. You're like, you want to upgrade?
I need something. Yes.
Anything.
Why not? Yes. Okay.
Anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. He's throwing a Hail Mary. And he hires Aaron Rodgers.
And Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the worst field.
And Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Yeah. Yes.
I mean,
Yes. Okay.
There's he's got like 2 more years on his contract after the season. The Cougar chaser got benched for crying out loud, and he's not even.
All the Jets have to do is
So
they have to improve the offensive line. The Jets, if they improve the offensive line, they can protect Rodgers, and they're golden.
Yeah. All right, All
right.
1 or 2 more, please. Yeah.
So as close, I got some good ones though. I got 5. As close as the AFC is, for the first time in 5 seasons, the road to the Super Bowl will not go through Arrowhead Stadium.
Withholding my answer till the playoff machine comes up.
I think it's overreaction.
You think so? You think Chiefs will still knock it out? Keep
Chiefs
that top
are still
spot?
AFC champions until otherwise proven. That's just
Okay.
the way it is. So yeah.
Okay.
I disagree.
They're going to lose games. They're going to lose games. We do this every season. We do this
I
every season.
disagree, but we have a playoff machine coming up. I disagree. But I have a playoff machine coming up.
All right. So DeAndre Swift is proven to be the best off-season acquisition for this year.
Ooh.
Well, let me think. Hold on.
Yeah, there's
you got all the quarterbacks that got picked up.
Not an overreaction. Not an overreaction.
Off season. Yeah, I'd say not an overreaction.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a better one. Maybe I can't.
You really can't. I mean, the closest one to that, honestly, would be Baker to Tampa.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr to New Orleans. I said closest. I didn't say that.
I wish Rob was here.
Gap, bro.
I wish. But you're right. It's a hell of a gap. It's a hell of a gap. But I can't think of anything else between. Or I think you're right.
You really
you nailed it. No, you fucking nailed it. I wish Rob was here to fucking eat that shit right now.
I had that one perfect for Rob too. Oh man, that was so great. He would have been all over it too. And then listen, don't get me wrong. Montgomery from the Bears to the Lions, also a great pickup. But I think DeAndre from Kansas to Philly for 5th rounder. Come on, man, that was.
Yeah, exactly for
Montgomery.
a 5th rounder.
What about
Montgomery has been a beast, and that's
yes.
Let's see, because I still think those teams playing the NFC Championship. I guess whoever wins that game is going to decide the answer to that question. So,
what about DJ Moore?
Not a bad acquisition. I'm just saying Swift is just proven to be better. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can think of a better one. Yeah, I can think of a better one. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So with the few losses that Seattle's been suffering, they're stumbling at the worst time of the season, and that would inevitably cause them to miss the playoffs.
They're stumbling, but there's no time for them.
Overreaction.
Not an overreaction.
Not an overreaction.
Oh.
Other teams are better, and they're screwing up. Other teams are better.
they still have time to turn it around.
They do.
Like
That's
Seattle,
why,
Seattle
that's why
they
I
have a
phrased it that
history
way.
of just turning it on late in the season and shocking people. That's just what they're. Chicken Wing knows.
Yeah,
this.
but
But
they
look at their
also.
remaining schedule too.
Yeah.
I don't know their main schedule has, but they are choke artists also. I mean, they just historically they choke. I mean, they have won Super Bowls, but they have choked most of the time.
They choked to win another one. We know how that went. Let's ask.
Well, I
Let's ask
wasn't
Marshawn
gonna
Lynch
get
about
to
that
these
one.
last. I wasn't gonna get these last two, but you're right, JC. They're probably more playoff machined. But I will give the team names just because they're here. So the one I had was that Denver will sneak in as number 7
Playoff machine
on the
question.
AFC side.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the other question that I had is both the Jags and Texans will make the playoffs this year.
Again, a playoff machine question.
Oh, that's an easy one. Yeah. That's an easy one.
JC,
what's up?
JC.
What?
How would that feel if 2 other teams in your division made the playoffs and you didn't?
I mean, would not be surprising, but
I'm not sure the Jags ever had that problem. But
you know what? If they both get in, fine. They'll both choke in the first round like they always do. That's just the way I see it.
Okay.
So,
they're both going to take L's to the Titans before the season's over, too. I'm going to tell you that much.
All right.
That's it for me.
Let's do the playoff machine thing. Now, the way this is going to work, we'll kind of go one by one. You're going to tell us what your playoff matchups are for both sides. And if you want, you can also tell us who you have is the worst team in the league when all this is said and done.
The worst team in the league? Yeah. Oh, like worst record.
Worst record. When you finish all your projections, who do you have as the worst record and, the number 1 pick? So.
Okay.
We'll go in order from... God, I really wish Rob was here because Rob always gives us his chaos scenario where he tries to find a way to get the worst team somehow into the playoffs.
Stupid.
Hopefully we can try and get it when he's in here the next week or two. So
he's an animal.
Yeah.
He's an animal.
Yeah.
Now,
He's
Phil, this is your first time doing this. Do you feel comfortable going first, or do you want one of us to go first to kind of show you how it's done? So, what do you want?
I mean, I can tell you my picks. I got them all set up. I just don't know how I'm supposed to start from top to bottom or bottom to top.
Baby.
What's
JC,
up?
you lead the charge.
You want me to lead the charge? Okay, so let me I'll kind of walk you through it. So, on the AFC side, I have the first round bye is Kansas City. 14-3. The wild card games, the 7-seeded Jags at the 2nd-seeded Ravens. 6-seed Steelers at the 3-seed Miami Dolphins. Who, by the way, the Dolphins are 11-5-1 on my projections.
Of course they are.
5th-seeded Browns at the 4th-seeded Texans. Those are my AFC projections. Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was recorded on tape.
Now,
on
the NFC side, I have the number 1 seed is the Philadelphia Eagles, also at 14-3, getting a tiebreaker over the Lions, who have the 2 seed, and they would host the 7-seeded Seahawks. 6-seeded Dallas Cowboys at 9-7-1 at the 3-seed San Francisco 49ers. And then I have the 5-seeded Vikings at the 4-seed Atlanta Falcons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my tie is, Miami and Dallas, 2 teams that cannot beat anybody with a winning record. Since they both have a winning record, I just figured they're probably going to tie that game. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're going to do this.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, my worst team in the league is actually a tie between Arizona and Carolina. And I don't know what the tiebreaker is to figure out who gets the number 1 pick. So, but that's who I have as the worst team. So,
man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you how you're super wrong real quick now that you show me how to do this.
Okay, so Phil, go ahead. What you got?
All right. Well, the Ravens win the AFC.
Okay.
First wild card is KC Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh at 7.
Okay.
3rd and 6 is going to be Jacksonville Texans again.
Who's home?
Really? Who's the home in that one?
Houston at Jacksonville.
Okay.
And the last one is going to be Cleveland at Miami.
Alrighty. Plus
So
7 or
for NFC, Philly has top spot. Second and 7 are Minnesota at Detroit.
Ooh, rematch.
Next round is Seattle at San Fran. Next round is Dallas at New Orleans.
All right.
Damn.
Interesting.
That's my pick.
All right, DJ, you're up next.
All right, AFC side, we got the Chiefs, the number 1 spot. First wild card game is going to be Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Next will be Cleveland at Houston.
Wow.
And then finally we have Jacksonville at Miami.
Okay.
NFC side, we've got Philly taking the number 1 spot. Then we have Seattle at Detroit, Minnesota at San Francisco, and Dallas at New Orleans.
By the way, after you give these, just take a screenshot, put it in our Discord chat there, so we can kind of keep track.
Word.
Okay, let me do that.
All right, Nori, you're up.
All right, so I did this list three times, and I can't believe what I have. But get ready, okay?
Oh,
Alright.
here we go.
The number 1 seed, the 13-4 Houston Texans are the number 1 seed.
Mike.
Man, what kind of shit are you going to throw against the wall this week? What? That's all I got to ask. Yeah,
You're a maniac.
thanks. Hey, my 4-game
don't
lead has just
think
been secured. My 4-game
Yes,
lead
I will
has
explain it.
been secured.
Hold on, let him
I
explain.
will
Go
ex-
for it.
I will explain it. I don't think Houston loses any more games the rest of the year because they're all winnable games. With that being said, I think Kansas City.
Hang on, Phil. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Yeah, that includes your Jaguars. Sorry. I don't think they lose any more games, and because of Kansas City losing to the Bills, I think they take over the number 1 seed.
Wow.
So
Chaos.
I have the number. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I objectively think this is all going to happen. So, right, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Arrowhead and getting washed. I have the Cleveland Browns going to Baltimore. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars going into Miami and upsetting them. So you're welcome, Phil.
The Battle of Florida.
Hey, thanks a million.
Okay.
Yeah.
The NFC is more predictable. I have Philly at number 1. I have Seattle number 7 going into Detroit getting mopped. I have Minnesota on a bye week against San Francisco getting wrecked. And I have Dallas. Who will win a playoff game because they're playing Tampa.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well,
Great match from last year.
Nori.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Exactly.
didn't
Thank you,
ask,
Nori.
who did everyone
Appreciate it.
have as their worst team in the league? That's already gone so far.
Oh, Carolina.
Carolina.
Facts.
Yeah,
Phil?
I'm already
Carolina.
there with you.
Hold on real quick. Based on your picks,
Yeah.
my 4-game lead's about to get like 6 or 7.
Who did you have as the worst team on your machine, Phil? I don't remember if you said it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put it in Discord. I don't remember. I just recorded it, but
You're gonna laugh at mine. Mine. Wait, my turn. My turn.
Oh, go ahead, Nori. What's your worst team?
My worst team in the league, based on projections, is the New England Patriots.
Very possible this year, honestly. So
It is.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a possibility.
Disrespectful, Nori.
Mhm.
All right, Chicken Wing, you are up.
Oh, the best for last. Thanks, guys. I'm kidding.
Fuck you.
Hatred. So on the AFC side, we have Kansas City obviously claiming the top spot because not an overreaction.
am I the only one who picked Baltimore?
Yeah.
Am I the only?
I
You
think
are.
so.
Yeah.
No, Nori.
Yep,
Well, you only picked Baltimore because Nori put Houston. Yeah.
Nori's just chaos. That's what
Yeah,
Murray is.
yeah. He's so shit at the wall because he wants to be second place. He's trying to get first.
I have
Enjoy this, Phil. I got plenty of time. Enjoy this.
we both do. I have Pittsburgh going to Baltimore. I have Cleveland somehow still going to Jacksonville. And then I have Houston going to Miami for the AFC side.
Okay.
So it looks like we all have the same 7 teams somewhere in that list.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mostly.
On the NFC side, I have literally rematches playoffs first round. So Philly is home field. Seattle's going to San Fran. Minnesota is going to Detroit. And Dallas is going to Tampa. But here's the kicker, JC. I have the Seattle Cardinals game as the flex game. And the reason being is because Seattle is a win to get in, but if they lose to Call of Duty Kyler Murray, then New Orleans is coming to San Francisco.
My flex game that week 18 is actually Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Winner wins the division.
Yep.
That's what I have.
Oh, winner wins the division. Okay. Yeah.
So,
I have the Seattle because that's literally win and get in, or otherwise we have another spoiler like last year, like how Detroit played.
yeah.
My worst team is also Carolina, with a close second being Arizona.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
What's up?
Oh no, never mind. No,
Okay.
that doesn't change to number 1. Sorry.
I'm curious to know because I think it's week 16. Dallas and Miami. Who did y'all have winning that one? That was my tie. I couldn't figure.
Dallas.
I have Miami.
I have Miami.
All
And I also have San Fran beating Baltimore. Had we lost to Baltimore, that would have done nothing for us, but it would have swapped. I'm sorry, I lied. That would have done nothing for Baltimore, but that would have put Detroit hosting Seattle, and then we would host Minnesota.
I will let you know, I actually do have the Niners beating the Eagles, but I have San Fran splitting with Seattle on my.
Fuck Seattle. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And I actually have
know-
Eagles beating us. I actually have the Eagles
You know-
beating us.
like a playoff machine is this is how I know I'm pulling ahead of you guys.
Hey, well, we don't have pick by pick. Obviously, stuff can change. Injuries, results, things happen, right? So this is just our crazy early predictions there. Obviously, put them up there. Take your screenshots, include them in our Discord chat, and we can look back on it. We'll probably do this again in a few weeks once all the bye weeks finish up, and we'll see where we stand on that. So
I actually have Dallas losing a lot more games than I wanted them to for position, because I think they would have wanted to deal with Tampa over Detroit.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so I'm giving you
Are you
L's
kidding me?
to get a W. See?
Oh, yeah.
oh boy.
Are you kidding
Big
me?
picture.
I don't give a fuck about any of that. I mean, who do you want to play? Do you want to play Tampa or do you want to play Detroit? Let's play Detroit. No, fuck that. We'll play Tampa.
Exactly.
I was just saying, in my bracket, Detroit has basically a bye playing Tampa. So
Yeah, I mean, it's free.
I got Detroit playing Seattle, which is in essence as a bye, but yeah, so we'll see. All right. So, I mean, honestly, from the sounds of it, we're kind of on the same pace as far as teams in the AFC side. It's positioning. NFC is pretty much the same, except we just can't figure out who's going to win the NFC South, right? So,
Basically.
Bro, Baker's taking that, bro.
Yeah,
Baker's
Oh,
taking that.
hold up. I picked Baltimore to win the AFC.
You did.
No, I'm saying we have all the same teams.
We have the same teams. Yeah, we have the same
As far as
7
on the
teams.
NFC,
So,
somewhere.
right now we have to pick who's going. Right now, the big thing is who's going to win the championships. Who's going to?
Well,
I'm saying
it's
the
just playoff
AFC.
machine. Honestly, right now we're just looking at how the regular season is going to finish up. That's what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we get to the end of it, then we'll start talking championship, Super Bowl, all that stuff. So yeah.
Well, I'm calling it right now that that's where it's going to be.
All right.
Well, we got Houston taking the AFC, apparently. Good job, Nori.
Jesus Christ.
listen,
DJ
listen,
fucking
I
Stroud,
said
bro.
AFC I said The Houston Texans are the number 1 seed. I did not say they're going to the Super Bowl. It's a boys amendment.
It's so
I just said they could have the number 1 seed.
I know.
They shot their shot. They did fantastic. I hope they win a playoff game, but I don't think they get to the Super Bowl. No way. I don't think they beat Kansas City. I think Baltimore looks like the best team in the AFC. I agree with Phil. And I think honestly the Super Bowl is Baltimore and 49ers again.
Let me ask you something. Honestly, honest question, Nori. Honest question. Would you be really proud of Houston if they made it all the way to the AFC Championship game? Not win, just to get there.
Yeah, who wouldn't be? Unless you're a Jags or a Texan, unless you're a Jags or like an AFC South fan, right? You're a division rival. Unless you're a division rival and you just hate them.
The Texans.
Who wouldn't be happy for them? I would be very happy. Because that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get two top 3 picks and then do great. That's what's supposed to happen.
I'm totally thrilled for the Texans. I am. I'm so glad.
You gonna be thrilled for them when they sweep you on the season series?
Damn.
They could, and I'm going to be at that game this week. They could,
okay.
And I'm going to be at that game this week. So they could.
Interesting.
At home.
Yeah.
Last game I went to was Trevor Lawrence's first game with Urban Meyer. I already told you about this. It hurts. It hurts. The next game I'm going to. The next game I'm going to, I'm taking my kids to their first NFL game.
Oh, they're gonna hurt too. Jesus.
I know. I feel like I'm setting them up for failure.
Father of the year right here.
It always happens this way. It always happens this way as a Jags fan.
That's okay. I have a homegirl. First NFL game, huge Giants fan. Went to the Dallas game, and I felt bad for her.
Well, that was her first mistake. I mean, we free up the Giants every time we play them. Why would you do that?
I would have told her not to go. I would have told her not to go.
Yeah.
She was.
Should have gone.
I would have told her
to
not to go.
Washington.
Yeah.
Hold on, something I need to know. Something I need to know for this week, so I want to fuck up my pick. JC, who are you picking between Jacksonville and the Texans?
Yes, JC.
Well, you want to know now? You want to go until we get to it? We're gonna week 12 predictions, so we're about to do it.
I didn't know we get to the predictions because
I thought we used a playoff machine. I thought we just left that playoff machine.
I mean, we can make
it
for week 12. We still got to do
too.
that, right? So yeah.
Yes, leave it there. Leave it at playoff machine, and we all made our picks.
Just so you all know, I can't hold it anymore. I have a rowdy shit to take. So
okay.
We can make our picks. I say in the Pick'em League, we make our picks behind the scenes, and then we make our same picks in the playoff machine, and we see how it all rides out every week.
It's not
we usually don't do the machine every week. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Honestly, we just do this every few weeks.
It's a lot, Phil.
Yeah,
it adds up. Yeah.
I still wanted to make our picks for the week like we normally do. So.
Okay, well they're still in there. I'm still going to be leading in our Yahoo League. I'm still winning.
Don't be so disruptive.
Fear not, guys. Fear not, gentlemen. Fear not. I will still win.
Week 12, pick order. Phil, DJ, Rob if he was here, Nori, Chicken Wing, and JC. And yes, it is Thanksgiving. Giving thanks for turkey, family, friends, and football. And we're starting with Green Bay at Detroit. Is anybody taking Green Bay to get a win in Ford Field?
No, sir.
No.
Negative.
Okay. Afternoon game, Washington at Dallas. Is anybody think that the communists are going to beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving?
No, sir.
Do we hope they beat them? Yes. Are they going to beat them? No.
No. Okay.
That's the real question.
Y'all
we
do.
want them to win.
Yeah.
But
y'all do. That's fine.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
America does.
Isn't that what America needs right now? Isn't that what America needs? America needs that right now. America needs
Brandon Staley to lose his job.
Well, yeah. Last I checked, Washington has a losing record. So
no, the seven Chargers fans need that to happen.
Yeah, the ones that are paid.
7. Nice.
In all fairness, America needs Washington to win this game so Dallas wakes the fuck up because it is Thanksgiving, and this is the classic turning point.
No, it's after
Yes.
Thanksgiving. That's
Dallas losing on national TV is a national treasure. Like it really is.
It really is.
It is.
Like everybody
It
can see
is.
that shit. Everybody.
We survived
not-
that week
I'm-
5. We did.
I'm not picking it to happen, but I really, really would like it if it happened.
all right.
I
Well,
would like the Texans to win the division.
And Washington
That was
plays
just
Philly
fucking
and Dallas
brutal.
close for whatever reason.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Washington plays Dallas and Philly much closer than we do. So I actually can't wait for this game.
I can't either. It's gonna be a nice game.
Yep.
Thursday
No
night
problem.
game, San Francisco at Seattle. Should I ask the question with the way Seattle's struggling right now? And
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you should ask
Is
it.
anybody
You should
picking
ask it.
Seattle to
is anyone
win?
picking
Fuck
Seattle to beat San
no.
Francisco?
Fuck no.
Yes.
Who?
Yeah.
You know
good.
what? Fuck
DJ?
you, hater. You blue and
Hey,
silver
hey.
hating ass.
Hey, unless you're saying yes, shut the fuck up.
I literally just said yes, so you can shut the fuck
I
up.
know.
Yeah, you
I
tell
am.
him, Phil.
I am.
Tell him.
I am.
Fuck up.
I
Tell
am.
him, DJ.
I am. Look, I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying yes.
I
But I
am.
want to hear if anybody else does. Okay, take it away, sir.
Yeah. I think Seattle will win. I think Seattle and the Niners are going to split this season, so I'm thinking that the Seattle Seahawks are going to go ahead and win at home, and the Niners will win at home later on this season, which is in 2 weeks. Because
2 weeks.
thank you NFL. But anyways, yeah, I'm picking Seattle to win this game at home.
I do have them
Okay.
splitting. Like I said, the splitting season, I do have them splitting, but they're going to split road games. I actually think Seattle's going to go into San Francisco and.
Oh, all right, well.
So, yeah.
I don't think they pull it out. I mean, I think Seattle's is terribly overrated, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I mean, as long as we get the tiebreaker, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, just like what you said, JC, the next 3 weeks between these 4 teams are just absolutely
Just-
asinine, which is
It
Philly,
is.
San Francisco, Seattle, and Dallas, because we
Yep.
got fucking Seattle and then Philly in between them, for some fucking reason, and then Dallas has Seattle and Philly, right? Right, DJ?
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much how it goes.
That's how it
Yeah.
goes.
The NFL's great, so.
yeah,
All right.
well, it's gonna be fun. We're also in rivalry week in football, or in college football, so
For
it's
sure.
gonna be.
Yeah.
We're on a good run of fun, nonsensical stuff.
True.
And in the midst of all those rivalry games going on, big games going on, we're actually getting a Black Friday NFL game. Miami at the Jets at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Prime Video. Anybody think the Jets beat the Dolphins this week?
No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
Oh, you were serious? No, dude.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, JC? Come on.
No way.
Ask. All right, Sunday
Yeah.
early
Okay.
games. And one big game that could potentially decide who wins the division.
Mm.
New Orleans at Atlanta. New Orleans only favored by 1. So, Phil, what you got?
Saints.
All right, DJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints.
All right, Nori.
Well, Atlanta's going to win, so I'm picking the Saints.
Okay.
Fuck yes. Yes. Sorry. Thank you.
Chicken wing.
Yes. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going with Atlanta since Nori picked the
Fucking
Saints. So,
JC.
yeah.
Smart JC. Smart JC's going to get that point now.
Yeah.
He's smart.
He's gonna get that 1 point.
I will
can't get
note
the- I
that
can't
I
get the
did have a
Falcons
Houston
pick
pick right this past weekend, so I'm just throwing that out there. All right.
All right, Nori. I want you last minute, Nori, to switch that pick. Okay, last minute.
Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. And despite Matt Canada's firing and Joe Burrow's injury, Pittsburgh's only favored by 1 here. So, Phil, what do you got?
I've been saying it for weeks now, and now Burrow's down. Steelers win this one.
Maybe I should ask this. Does anyone think Cincinnati wins without Joe Burrow and with the Steelers without Matt
Nope.
Kennedy?
That team was
No,
ass.
but-
Nope.
Burrow and Chase
I'm
got there.
gonna
Nope.
use the Nori logic. Coach gets fired, the team gets fucking motivated, and they're gonna beat the shit out of their next opponent. Hence
Well,
the Bengals.
the offense in this case, Kenny Pickett's going to fucking break out, I think. So,
That's it.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna let him loose. Like,
Yeah.
go out there and win this. Go out there and win the game for us, buddy. He's gonna go do
Go
it.
out there and sling it. Go out there and sling it with your noodle arm. Go ahead.
Exactly.
all right.
Okay.
Carolina
Yeah.
at Tennessee, and potentially the last time you guys picked the Titans all to win because Tennessee's finally back at home. I can't remember the last time they were at home at Nissan for a game, and I've said they're only going to win home games. So, yes, picking the Titans. Phil, what do you got?
As much as it pains me to say it, this might be the most painful pick all season, gentlemen. I pick Tennessee to win at home against the Panthers.
Okay. Felt good to hear you say that. DJ.
No.
I mean, I'm going with the Titans basically because they're back at home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nori.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Nori.
Dropping them real fat ones, bro.
I actually have the. No, I'm good already. I wiped and everything. I got the Panthers winning.
Oh, jeez, of course you would.
Oh. Nori, this is why I love you.
Shake a wing.
Because you redeemed me.
Yeah.
I legit thought Phil was gonna be like, "This is gonna be the hardest pick ever," and go for the Panthers. I was waiting for that, really. But I'm gonna go with Mayo.
All right.
Go Titans.
Eat that mayonnaise.
Yeah, no. You're literally playing the worst team in the league. That's the only reason I'm not rooting against you.
We need it. We're finally back at home too for once. It's kind of nice.
Damn.
You're bottom 3, but
Shit, I'll take it.
you're all.
We're not
But
bottom
you.
All right.
I'm not at the bottom at all.
Tampa at Indianapolis, and I'm surprisingly, at least to me, the Colts are favored by 2.5 on this one. So, Phil, what are you picking on this?
Bucks.
DJ?
I'm actually going the Colts.
Okay. Nori?
I'm going with the Colts too.
Let's assume Rob's going for the Colts because, Baker Mayfield.
No, he loves Baker Mayfield, bro.
Right.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't. He said he never would until he was benched. So he's literally going for the Colts.
Yeah. Take a wing.
I'm going for the Bucks because creamsicle.
I'm picking Tampa as well on this one.
Yeah, no, this is an upset game right here. This is because Colts have nothing really to play for at this point, and the Bucks do, and so they're gonna inch out this one.
Now, next is the sports minorities game of the week that should be flexed to Sunday night, but isn't. New England at the Giants.
Fuck yes, bro.
Nori, your Giants,
Excited
baby.
for this.
I'm interested to see what you think about this one because it's pretty bad. Who you got, Nori?
I actually have the Giants winning because I do think the Patriots are actually the worst team in the league. They have two of the worst quarterbacks. Their defense is unrecognizable. Their offense is a joke. They have a good running back. That's it. They have no other skill positions. Bill Belichick is going to have to cheat again to fucking beat the Giants. So I think the Giants defense has been incredible. I think the Giants win this.
All right, Phil.
Well, I agree with Nori. The Giants are going to win.
Okay.
But only because Patriots are so fucking terrible.
All right.
Exactly.
DJ.
I am also going with the Giants, and it is because the Patriots are terrible.
All right. Take a wing.
Well, if you're looking at the stats, the total stats, fuck out of here. Giants are winning this one, dude. Come
I
on.
was going to say, that's your brother's thing. I think we're going to see a lot more of this, the Italian hand thing this week, so I got the Giants.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Hey, Nori, how does it feel to have a black Italian brother?
You know what's gonna be really funny though? If next week we get on here and Patriots win the game and we all pick the Giants.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's fine.
Because Nori still has black Italian.
Yeah, it'll be hilarious. Yeah.
All right.
That would be hilarious to me. I would laugh my ass off.
All right. Speaking of potentially hilarious games, Jacksonville at Houston. This will be a fun one.
Yeah,
Phil,
it will.
You're gonna be at this game. You're taking your kids. And, oh my God, I don't know why you're doing that, but anyway.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I hope y'all guys have a good
Yeah.
time. This
Oh
live
no,
stream
it's gonna
is
be a
awesome.
blast.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. None of it banned. They'll be sporting the Jags gear.
Mhm.
That's who's gonna win.
All right, we'll have a safe trip. So you got the Jags winning. DJ.
I got the Texans winning.
All right.
Oh.
Nori, I think we already know. You said the Texans are not losing another game this year. So you got
The Texans will be at home in Reliance Stadium, and you can't rely on the Jaguars.
NRG Stadium, by the way.
Wow.
Okay.
Chicken wing.
Nice wordplay.
Thank you.
JC, who are you picking again?
You're first before me. You pick.
I'm picking the opposite of whatever JC picks. There's my pick, gentlemen. On you, buddy.
I'm picking Houston.
Yes. Let's
Damn it.
go.
Now,
The
I will
horoscope
note-
will come through.
Last week, I did get the Houston pick right.
Everybody's entitled to a fluke.
Okay,
Everybody's
no
entitled to a
shit.
fluke. All right.
A fluke
So the horoscope
would be
But your
Corey getting an
percentage-
Atlanta pick
but
right.
your
so don't even-
percentage-
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Hey.
Your percentage of it. Oh, my asshole. My
Hey,
asshole
it's
is
cool.
leaking.
Hey. Hey.
Motherfucker.
I will feast on all y'all's tears.
That's okay.
I'm going to have
Picking
to
the
change my
Jags
pick.
to win.
I'm going to have to change my pick.
Right?
I need, yeah, Jackson's the one now. I need to change it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
God damn it.
Sunday late
The horoscope will come
afternoon.
through.
Cleveland at Denver. Ugh. I can't believe I do have to go pick by pick on this one because it's interesting with Denver right now. Phil,
Yeah,
what do
you
you
kind
got?
of do. Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
What's that?
Who do you got?
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I was listening to DJ's rage right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I
Is that Broncos Denver
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
or Broncos
I was gonna
Browns?
say, Browns.
Yeah.
Broncos.
yeah, the Broncos are playing Denver.
Hey, I've
the
been
Broncos are
drinking,
playing
guys,
Denver.
and we're
winning?
going on tangents. Sometimes I fall asleep here.
Avalanche.
Uh,
Broncos?
yeah.
Browns win that game. Browns win that game.
DJ.
This is why can't Russell Wilson go back to being terrible? I don't understand why they can't do that. Yet. I'm going Cleveland. Fuck it. I like their defense, but we'll do that.
Nori.
So, yeah, I'm going to expand on that a little bit because the Broncos are winning by just checkdowns against bad teams that allow it. Cleveland is the number one defense in football. You can't do that against them. So, I don't trust Russell Wilson is actually back. So, I'm going to confidently go with Cleveland.
All right. Chicken wing.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Hey,
I'm on that
you
train.
know what?
I'm on
This
that
is-
train.
You're on that train.
This
Jesus Christ.
this is a trap game that could fuck up the playoffs for a lot of people right here.
Good.
I agree. It will.
If Broncos win this game, based on the playoff machine, it's like everybody's like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Knocks
Phil,
out
this
the
happens to us
change.
every year. The playoff machine comes out, and then it's like a disaster in 2 weeks. So this happens to us every year.
It does happen. Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
going with Cleveland this week, but geez. Oh my God, this game's scary for a lot of
That's right.
Only because I like
Yeah,
that rookie quarterback.
it's a game that like the Browns should win,
Mhm.
but if they don't, and they could lose it, then
I really-
mixes
I really
everything
like that.
up.
I like that rookie quarterback
right.
for the Browns. I like that kid.
Let's move on to a game that's not really going to mess anybody's playoff machine up. Rams at Cardinals. Phil, who you got?
Cardinals.
All right, DJ.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
All right,
Oh,
Nori.
y'all Call of Duty? Wow.
Nori.
I barely am going. I'm barely picking the Rams. Is Stafford playing?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I know Cooper Cup is hurt, but I'm gonna barely go with the Rams.
Check away.
I'm going with the Rams. Confidently.
Same. I'm going with the Rams as well.
This is gonna be a fun week for me, I guess.
Kansas
When you're in
City-
second place, yeah, I hope so.
Oh.
Kansas City at Vegas. Kansas City favored by 9.5. So let me ask this: is anybody picking the Raiders?
No.
No.
I said I would pick the Raiders until they lose, and they have lost. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right.
Yeah. My screen turned off, and I didn't have to. You didn't even ask me. I was like,
Okay.
if you'd have picked anything else from me, I'd have been angry with you.
All right, and Buffalo at Philadelphia. Does anyone think Buffalo gets a win in Philly this week?
No.
No.
Nah.
Nope.
No.
Nah. Now
Yes.
DJ wants them to win.
Yep.
He wants
Well, I mean,
Buffalo
if
to
Philly
win.
loses forever, then that'd be great because fuck them forever. But I don't believe that they're going to lose this game. There's no. I mean,
The NFL
I
wants
expected Josh Allen
Buffalo to win
throw
this
one
game.
interception.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the national media wants NFL like Buffalo to win this game, but I don't think it's
Well,
gonna happen.
The NFL wanted Kansas City to win that game, but asked Valdez.
I don't think
Scantling
they
how that
did.
worked out
I
for
don't.
him.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did because I think they had them win. They had them win the Super Bowl, and they had Philly lose this one. Have the best record in football. It's a good playoff sometimes.
I think the Bills win this game.
Okay, there it is.
Mm.
Is it kind
Because
of a hangover
I-
from the
because-
Chiefs win? Is that what you're thinking?
Because the Eagles are the worst 9-1 team I've ever seen in the NFL. And if Jalen Hurts gets MVP for fake touchdowns from the touch push, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
Okay.
They are a good team, but they're the worst 9-1 team I've ever seen. And I don't think they're good
Yep.
enough to not lose another game the rest of the year. And the Bills are overdue to beat another good team.
All right.
And I don't know why they're being disrespected so much. So I think the Bills will win.
They're pretty good. I mean, they've won in everybody they've taken on. I mean, they're pretty solid.
Keep in mind, I don't think you're all realizing the Jets we all joke about Zach Wilson and shit, but Zach Wilson doesn't play defense. Buffalo just hung 32 on them after losing to them barely in week 1.
Yeah,
So when
but
the
you
Bills are
talk about the
focused,
Eagles. You talk about the Eagles who just beat the Super Bowl champions.
That's nice.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That doesn't mean nothing.
Did they really
Nah.
beat the Super Bowl champions with having the most drops in the NFL?
Nah,
Should Eagles have really won that game? Come on, homie.
Because using that
Yeah,
argument, that means Detroit's the better team because they beat them. Also,
You mean in Arrowhead while it's raining, the Eagles
No
actually
excuses.
came in
Everyone's
there and
playing
won
in the
that.
rain. No excuses. Dude.
I mean Detroit beat
Weather's
them in
not an
Arrowhead.
excuse, so
It just wasn't raining.
weather's not an excuse, dude. Everyone plays in it. So
Okay, I know, but the Eagles won. That's what I'm saying.
No,
he's picking the
fuck
Bills.
you, JC. Fuck
What?
you, JC. Except for my team. My team is bullshit when we play in the rain because we don't fucking exist at that point. We're just like a fucking wet noodle high school team whenever we play in the rain.
champions win no matter what, bro. I'm just saying.
Well, that's why the Eagles. That's why the Eagles just won last night, and they're going to beat the shit out of the Bills at home.
All right.
The Eagles went to Arrowhead and stomped the Chiefs in their own rain,
Yeah.
and then went home and beat the shit out of the Bills this week.
They didn't stop the Chiefs. They were down 17 by 7.5. What fucking game did you watch, Philip?
He watched the
Stop
second half,
anything.
bro. He
All
watched
right.
the
All right.
second
All right.
half.
All right. Sunday night game. Baltimore.
I watched a great football game that they came out with a W in. That's like how the Super Bowl goes. Sometimes it's how
Baltimore
every
at
game
the
goes.
Chargers. Is anybody picking the Chargers to beat the Ravens this week?
No, because Staley's still there.
No,
Okay. There we go.
exactly.
Nah, Staley's still head coach.
And finally, the Monday night game, an epic Bears at Vikings. But I
Hold
feel
on.
like-
You go way
What?
too fast. I just want to throw something out there that fuck everybody who said Odell Beckham was washed because he just caught for over 100 yards.
Oh,
So
God,
with 7
yeah.
Sure
catches,
did.
so
I don't know who
Eat a
said that
dick.
though.
I'm not in fantasy league.
I didn't say you
but I
did.
regret.
I'm saying
I
whoever
regret-
said that.
I regret
Whoever
having
did.
him on my bench in fantasy.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
Whoever did say that. Yeah, that's all.
Monday night game.
No, no, no problem with Odell, I think.
I bet you Dan Orlovsky's bitch ass said that shit because Dan Orlovsky.
All right. Bears at Vikings. Anyone think the Bears get a win here?
Nah,
I do not.
Well,
this guy.
I know the Vikings came off a loss here, so I mean this is a tough winner. But yeah. So
they played insane against Detroit last week.
Yep.
I know they lost, but they played insane against Detroit. And the Vikings just lost to the Broncos. I'm not so sure on this one, fellas.
I think that loss
Vikings
to the
are-
Broncos is what's waking the Vikings up. Coming back home, be a little more comfortable setting, but I think the Vikings still pull it out.
Yeah,
Maybe
Vikings win this one.
Facts.
It's the Bears. The Bears are fucking terrible, guys. Why are we even discussing this?
Hey,
They're pulling shit
they're not
out.
terrible, yes,
They're
but
not
they're
terrible.
competitive now, so at least they're that. So
Every time Fields has been healthy this year, they've been competitive.
mhm.
Yeah, but they're playing the Vikings at home. They're playing the Vikings at home, who are actually like close to being a winning team. If they're not a winning team, I don't know the exact record right now, but
Yeah.
they're damn close. The Bears aren't.
All right.
Excuse me.
With a
All
new
right.
quarterback who's doing them well.
Well, those are our predictions here for Week 12. So next week we'll see how we did and make our predictions for Week 13. See if there's anything to overreact and see what other crazy news comes out there. See if anybody else gets fired, right? So thank you, everybody, for joining us on the Sports Minorities Podcast. Once again, I'm JC, your resident Titans fan. Joining me this week are...
Chicken Wing, the Oracle. I will come back, and I will win them all.
All right.
This motherfucker's down 8 games and coming back. All right, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wild card, baby.
Yeah.
Wild card.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And I really, really hope for the holidays that the Dallas Cowboys lose on Thanksgiving. That'd be fantastic.
I love you too, Nori.
Love you too, baby.
Good evening, DJ here, Cowboys fan. I hope the exact opposite for the holidays. The Cowboys beat the shit out of the Washington Commanders.
The shit.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh, my God. This is Phil. I'm taking my children to see the Jags play against the Texans this week. If the Jags lose, it's a hard sell living in Texas to have my kids be Jaguar fans. But my son is, so it should be a good week. A good weekend of football for me.
Girl.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, everybody, from the Sports Minorities Podcast. Enjoy the time with family, friends, and football. Always a great time. Oh, and of course, go Runners. Big national TV game against Tulane. Winner goes to the AAC Championship. We'll see what happens. Thank you again to ABC for picking this game up on Black Friday. So, birds up, go Runners. We'll see you.
Fuck Rob. Definitely fuck Rob. See ya.
Thanks everyone once again for listening to the Sports Minorities Podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep the conversation going, we're on Twitter at Sports Minor Pod and also on Facebook at Sports Minorities. Our YouTube channel, Sports Minorities. Search on there. We live stream every now and then, just some random stuff. And you can also reach us via email, sports.minorities@gmail.com. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch y'all next time.
I still can't believe I have the Texans as the number 1 seed.
You
What the
can't
fuck?
believe it.
I
Shit.
can't either.
You're a madman. Yeah, that's all it is. You're a madman.
It all makes sense to me. It all makes sense to me.